Normally when there is a complex situation with a lot of moving parts, I try to stay calm and impartial and just present the facts. But right now I'm mad as hell and I think you should be too. Let's get into it. Notice of termination of Selen Tatsuki's contract with any color. We hereby announce that we have had to make the difficult decision to terminate our contract with the Nijisanji EN liver Selen Tatsuki effective immediately due to repeated breaches of contract and misleading statements on social platforms. Attached is the detailed explanation of the circumstances that led to this decision being taken. Thank you for your understanding and continuous support of Nijisanji and Nijisanji EN. Oh boy, we'll talk about supporting Niji after this. So jumping right into it, Any Color says they have established activity rules that all livers have to comply with. The rules are designed to prevent infringement of third-party rights, leakage of confidential information, damage to their reputation, anything illegal, socially condemned behaviors, yada yada yada, you get the idea. They have a lot of rules and red tape around what their livers are allowed to do. Let's get into the specific accusations. They claim, despite our efforts to uphold these rules, Selen has repeatedly violated the activity rules since joining. Selen's actions in violation of the activity rules encompass a wide range of issues, such as non-compliance with rights confirmation and authorization flows, which could potentially lead to infringement of third-party rights, including copyrights. So, context, for those of you who are not aware, in her cover song Last Cup of Coffee, one of the reasons Nijisanji gave for why they privated the video after Selen published the video was them saying that there was an issue securing all of the rights from all of the involved parties. And the fact that she published the video before they had acquired all the necessary rights is why they took the video down. However, for those of you that remember, in her tweet about this, she sounded like she had no idea why the video was taken down, felt like she was being bullied, and told her fans to repost the video anyway. So when they're talking about rights confirmation, they're almost definitely talking about the issue with Last Cup of Coffee. They go on to say, the violations also include unauthorized usage of works and assets belonging to others affiliated with Any Color. What I'm about to say next, you're just gonna have to take on trust because I have since deleted the screenshot because I never intended to leak it. But I am in many Discord servers, and it just so happens that one of the Discord servers I was in had a leaked screenshot from a post that Selen made where she said her song Last Cup of Coffee included basically a slideshow of a bunch of current and former Nijisanji talents. And she went on to say that Nijisanji did not want her to include artwork of former Nijisanji talents. She explained in this leak that the entire meaning of the music video would be basically thrown out the window because the song is about memories, and it would lose all meaning if she didn't include all of these past livers with Nijisanji. Now, I deleted that screenshot because she included in that message that she didn't want that information getting out to the public, because it was a private internal issue and it was never meant to be leaked. But now that Nijisanji is basically just admitting to it, I have free reign to share that leak, because they've basically already leaked it themselves in their reasoning for her termination. There was at least one talent included in the music video for Last Cup of Coffee that Nijisanji did not want included in the music video, either because they specifically didn't want them in the video, or because when they attempted to reach out to the talent to get their permission to include their image in the video, they couldn't get a message back before the video was set to go live. And I didn't want to publicize that leak, but now that it's right here in plain English in the reasons for termination, I felt it pertinent to include that detail. The conversation that was spurred in this particular Discord server that I'm choosing not to name was that everyone immediately suspected that it was Zion Lanza who left Nijisanji on not so great terms. And the suspicion was that they attempted to get in touch with Zion and couldn't get a hold of her because she hates Nijisanji. Whereas other people were speculating that when they asked Zion to be included in the video, it's possible she said no. But again, pure speculation. That was just the discussion that was happening in a VTuber Discord, so take everything I just said with a massive grain of salt. We continue. They say she was disregarding the intentions of these parties, as well as lack of communication with creators, resulting in delays in Selen Tatsuki's commission payments to creators. Furthermore, there have been ongoing reports about inappropriate behavior by Selen throughout her time at Nijisanji, and we have been addressing these concerns as they arise. As a company, we recognize that these violations of the activity rules could damage the trust placed in Nijisanji EN. We are aware that such violations jeopardize the ongoing activities of other livers affiliated with any color. I would like to put a pin in this, and we'll get to these messages later, but on her alt account that I will later disclose and show tweets from, Selen says that she was actually getting harassed and bullied by other members within Nijisanji. Now, interpersonal conflict is oftentimes messy and emotional and has multiple different layers to it, so I would never want to accuse anyone specifically of anything, but if she rumored that there were people in Nijisanji who did not like her, and now in the reasons for her termination, one of the reasons they give is that other Nijisanji members did not like her, that basically corroborates what she said on her alt account. As a company, we recognize these violations of the activity rules could damage the trust placed in Nijisanji EN. Oh yeah, you're goddamn right. Very few people trust Nijisanji anymore, and if you don't believe me, I'll show receipts of that too. Furthermore, we had consistently issued warnings to Selen each time there was a violation of the activity rules. However, she repeatedly disregarded these warnings, often failing to reciprocate communication with her managers. Additionally, Selen has repeatedly posted false or misleading information on social media, insinuating that the violations of the activity rules were due to mismanagement by any color. Let me ask you guys a question. Given everything we know from all of these previous cases, Zion's absolute train wreck of a termination, the fact that both Mista and Nina, after rebranding into VShojo, both remarked how relieved they were to work with management that actually gave a fuck about them and treated them like human beings, what do we think is more likely? Selen is lying and throwing out false accusations of the management being bad and ineffective, or she is one of many talents who has spoken out against management and everything she said is true. Who do you put more trust in? The multiple talents that have tried to blow the whistle on their management, or a massive multimedia corporation? We move on. In May of 2023, we sent a notice to Selen stating that any further violation of the activity rules or engaging in false or misleading statements that could damage our company's reputation would result in the termination of our affiliation contract. However, she has continued to violate the activity rules. Now, if you remember, there have been multiple issues between Selen and management when she tried to organize a Apex tournament, when she tried to do an art contest. Selen has been on that grind, doing her best to do broad-spanning contests and tournaments and events. She loves hosting big things, doing big things, and she has visibly and publicly encountered direct obstacles and hostility from management at every step of the way every time she tries to do something. So it seems she was told, if you step outside your role one more time or talk shit about us on Twitter one more time, you're gone. And then this happened and she was gone. Alright, so now we get into the specific events leading to the suspension of Selen. Selen posted a music video, which we know is Last Cup of Coffee, on her YouTube channel without prior approval as required by the rules. The materials for the music video were shared for the first time with our management on December 24th. Since some elements in the music video lacked proper authorization, on December 25th, we communicated to Selen that permission needed to be obtained from the relevant parties, requesting her to wait before releasing it. Despite this, Selen disregarded the notice and proceeded with the unauthorized posting. Our immediate response was to make the music video private until all authorizations were confirmed from our end. At the same time, the reasoning was clearly explained to Selen. However, Selen took to social media, specifically X, Twitter, making misleading statements that omitted essential context. Notably, management has privated the song. I just find it funny how they claim that Selen is misrepresenting them when they admit that management privated the song, and their evidence for her misrepresenting them is Selen saying that management privated the song. Just throwing that out there, that their only evidence of her misrepresenting them was a statement that they agree with in their reasons for termination. But we move on. Furthermore, Selen's post includes a statement encouraging third parties to re-upload the music video, which breaches AnyColor's guidelines for secondary video creation. These actions led to various misunderstandings that damaged the reputation of both AnyColor and Nijisanji EN. That part is 100% true. I read the tweet. I was there when it happened. Absolutely. She, in her tweet, made it sound like she had no idea why the music video was privated and was very insistent that it get out to the public because it was very important to her, and she gave her permission, obviously not management's permission, but she gave her permission for people to repost and re-upload the music video, which of course they immediately did. And I listened to the song. It was a beautiful song. The slideshow, the memories, all hit me directly in the heart. It was a great fucking music video. It was a great cover. Nijisanji goes on to say, in an effort to calm the situation, we sought to either publicly disclose the reasons for making the music video private or have Selen disclose them herself. While being mindful of Selen Tatsuki's physical and mental health, management did their best to communicate not only with Selen herself, but also her emergency contact. However, despite frequent communication with Selen's emergency contact while remaining considerate of her situation, we were unable to come to an agreement on how to proceed. The decision was made temporarily to remove her access to accounts on various social media platforms under the name Selen, which confirms the rumor that Selen had all of her accounts taken over. And RPR on his alt account, streams as like a facecam live streamer, was saying mere days ago that he wasn't able to get in touch with Selen at all. Not through Twitter, not through Discord, not through any of the usual means. And he was expressing that he was concerned about her well-being. And I have to say, it's one thing to block someone from posting on YouTube and Twitter. It's another thing entirely to actively get away of her friend's ability to reach her. Because not everybody in a VTuber company is going to share their personal Discord names with everybody else, because there's usually no need to, because you can all just communicate directly through your company Discord. And since you're literally communicating with other employees, it just makes sense to just use your Discord. So the fact that they took that over specifically and she wasn't able to communicate with her friends within the company, I think is terrible. Termination of affiliation contract. After attempting to address the aforementioned situation and communicating with legal counsel representing Selen, we conveyed the necessity for Selen to inform the public about the reasons behind our decision to make the music video private. Additionally, we expressed to Selen our expectations for future compliance with the activity rules from here on. Despite our efforts, Selen demanded that AnyColor should be held legally responsible. She claimed that she was no longer able to engage in her activities as a liver due to the decisions made by AnyColor, which, as I've stated before, and which many people are already very aware, yeah, management has gotten in the way of basically every big thing she's tried to do. So I really can't blame her for feeling that way. And it really does feel like management is just kind of admitting to actively getting in her way every step of the way, because they've got such stringent red tape around anything and everything a talent tries to do. The statement goes on to say that Selen refused to acknowledge her responsibility for violating the rules. Moreover, Selen insisted that if negotiations did not progress, she would not proceed to release a statement regarding her claims to the public. AnyColor believes that the claims raised by Selen are in fact referring to situations that arose when she was warned about her breaches of the activity rules, and attempts to shift the responsibility for these violations, damaging AnyColor and Nijisanji EN's image. This has led to the deterioration of the relationship between her, AnyColor, and other livers affiliated with AnyColor. AnyColor firmly believes that we and other livers under our affiliation have not engaged in unjust practices towards Selen Tatsuki. Oh, we'll be certainly getting to that later. Considering the irreparable damage to our company's reputation and threat to ongoing activities of other affiliated livers, we regrettably conclude that the termination of our affiliation contract with Selen was unavoidable. I wholeheartedly agree with that statement. Given everything we know about the situation, there was no way this was going to resolve amicably, in my eyes. Since becoming a part of Nijisanji in July of 2021, Selen has undeniably played a significant role in the growth of Nijisanji. Yeah, you're goddamn right, and you would think you would treat one of your flagship talents just a little bit better, but what do I know? The rest of the paragraph is just them saying that they regret their decision. They then date the post as February 2024, and they go on to say they're basically shutting down everything. And indeed they have. They then go on to say that Obsidia is going to continue on as normal without Selen. They thank the fans for their support, and then give you the contact form. And guess what? This post by Nijisanji got a community note, which I find hilarious. I may not like all the new features of Twitter since Elon took over, but boy do I love community notes. And it says here, readers added context. They thought people might want to know. Nijisanji EN's statement says they privated a music video before saying it was misleading for Selen to say management privated the video. A contradiction. Yeah, no shit! Selen claims she already asked to leave the company after bullying and toxic environment led her to hospitalization. And would you look at that right there, we don't have to hunt very far for her alt account. Now, I know there are still some people with hang-ups about talking about past lives and alternate accounts. I don't care. It's immediately relevant to everything we're talking about. I don't really give a shit if this shatters your immersion with the VTuber. It's a human being, and the human being has a different account. Get over it. Prior to becoming Selen Tatsuki, this talent went by Dokibird, and on this past life account, they say, I will not be silenced anymore. In December, I was hospitalized for an attempt, and although it's not stated what she attempted to do, I think from context we can guess. And she says that this attempt was caused by a buildup of bullying from within and being in a toxic and poor environment for numerous months that led to my breaking point. I requested to leave first, but on more neutral terms on the 26th of January. She then goes on to say that she will be returning to her old account to celebrate Lunar New Year. Now, Doki has also left us a voice tweet, 2 of them in fact, which I will play for you now.
I was honestly caught off guard. Okay, so I waited until I stopped crying, and I'm more calm now to make this voice tweet. But thank you everybody for all the love and all the support you've all given me so far. I was honestly caught off guard by the announcement as well. I was luckily awake because all I do is just play games until I'm really tired, and then to force myself to sleep because I definitely haven't slept well in a very long time. And I guess I was lucky enough to be awake at the right time to have friends message me about what was going on. But anyway, I just want to say thank you everybody. I'm just a huge weight off my shoulders, and it's going to be hard, but I know we are strong together, and I'm just happy I'll be able to celebrate Lunar New Year with all of you, because that was what I was not most concerned about, but at least we get to start off Lunar New Year a little happier. Anyway, also gone thoughts at Chimboyan, Tokaicho, support all, Hohoisamoi, Tongkamdoyan, Kingai, Tongkamdoyan, Kamoyo. And also I want to say thank you to all my old and new friends for backing me up and seeing all the friends I've made in the past couple of years, messaging me, giving their public support, giving their testimonies about me and all the artists. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you, everybody. Let's laugh again soon, okay? No more crying. No more sad tears. Let's be happy for the new year.
And now we move on to the comments below Nijisanji's original post, where independent VTuber Lena Lazar says, dealing with companies in the past who only spoke in red tape and lies, I'm not sure why I had hoped for VTuber corporations being any different than what I left behind in the past. The treatment, the lies, the blatant victim blaming absolutely blows my mind. I'm so glad Selen is finally free, but I imagine the trauma you all brought upon your livers will take a massive amount of time to recover from. I hope as a community we can support each other and stand up against this mistreatment. Do better, Niji. To all VTuber hopefuls, do not join Nijisanji. You can run events for them. You can be one of their most popular livers. You can be sweet and kind and professional and respectful. You can even win awards for them. They do not care. This is how they treat you. You don't need an agency to do incredible things. Y'all can achieve so much by just having great people behind you. I'm sorry, Selen, you deserve better. Nijisanji is definitely a company that provides good opportunities for VTubers, but they are afraid of VTubers trying something more and developing. Since there are so many affiliated VTubers, trying to take control of everything seems to have a negative effect on all VTubers. Personally, since the culture of each country is different, I can never tell you to do this or that, but from what I have heard and seen so far, I wish the Japanese VTuber companies would be more open. Sitting here at work trembling with rage. Every time I think Any Color can't get any worse, shit like this comes out from the official company. Jesus, she's gonna be out here smelling like roses while you can once again take this massive ass L. Coefficient saying, considering the irreparable damage to our reputation, insinuating that Selen was the cause of Nijisanji's bad reputation. Look at the countless people leaving Niji EN. Ah yes, she must be the reason everyone is leaving the company to pursue a better creative career. That must be it. Another thing that irks me about this statement is I feel like they are also trying to include other livers as a shield to lessen the blame for this disaster they created that is just fucking scummy as hell. It all comes off so disingenuous, and I just feel bad for Selen. Noble from Lost Paws saying, holy hell, what is Nijisanji doing here? I don't like talking drama, but all the crap they did to Selen, and then this zero accountability 3-page statement on top of it, they even got corrected publicly with the community note. It's too late for Niji to fix this now. Actual disaster. And in case any of you are relatively new to this whole debacle, and you don't know the context behind all of her previous efforts that have been squashed by management, allow me to enlighten you with this convenient meme. Is there any proof that management at Any Color sucks? Message from Selen. I really apologize to announce this, but unfortunately, despite everything I tried to make it work, I will not be able to hold the Fall Guys tournament anymore, and I will not be able to organize any more international tournaments from here on out. Negotiated again with management, and the form will be corrected soon. 5 designs will be picked and be awarded $1,000 each, but only one will become the official outfit. Please note that I am paying the prize money out of my own pocket and not the company. I was told no originally and cannot provide prizes and fought for it for a long time as shown on past streams, and I am so glad that I can finally award artists some form of compensation in the end after fighting for so long to even be able to host it. Just to clarify, I originally wanted to provide prizes out of my own pocket, but that was denied at first. I always wanted to support artists and have done so throughout my career here in Nijisanji, so I'm happy I was able to in the end, even though I could always do more. Hello, I apologize, but management has privated the song. Please feel free to re-upload since a lot of money and effort was done by so many Dragoons. I'm really sad this happened on Christmas, but I hope somehow you guys will still be able to listen to it in some way. Okay, so quick correction, I called it an Apex tournament earlier in the video, but after reading this meme, I realized it was actually a Fall Guys tournament. That was my bad, I misremembered. But as you can see, Selen has to constantly fight to do anything, and they just always say no and get in her way. With Selen gone, Niji EN has finally lost a member from every single generation. Pomu, Selen, Nina, Mista, Yugo, Kyo, Zion. But sure, all 7 of these people left for creative differences and just to pursue other creative opportunities. Sure, I'm sure that's the case. But you know what? Nijisanji's never gonna actually face consequences for this. They're never gonna financially flounder. They're never gonna have trouble recruiting new people. And even if they don't, they're gonna be in the game a long time. And you know why that is? You wanna know why Niji will never die no matter what they do to our community and the people we love in this community? And it's because of this. They have 25 members. So you wanna know why Nijisanji treats their talents like they don't matter? 'Cause they fucking don't. 7 people leave, they've still got 25 earning Nijisanji revenue. They could afford to lose another 7 and they would still be able to rake in money from popular content creators. And now you wonder why they keep shotgunning out new talents and new generations as quickly as possible? It's almost as if they knew they were going to lose some along the way. And how many more are we going to lose before this company finally learns its lesson and goes away? Well, at the rate that they're training in new talents, they're probably going to be around for a very long time. And new hopefuls are going to constantly join, get crushed, and be spit out by the system. Fuck Niji. Can I just say it's a little bit suspicious that right before Selen leaves, she releases a song which includes the lyric, "Someday we'll drink our last cup of coffee." It's the entire song is about remembering the people you've met on your journey. And what do you know? It just so happens to be the perfect goodbye song. I think Selen saw the writing on the wall, knew she was not long for this company, and decided, you know what? I'm going to go out with a bang. I'm going to make something special because I'm not staying with this company much longer. I'm just going to spend a shit ton of money to make this animated music video include original art of all of her friends here at Nijisanji. And if Nijisanji doesn't like it, they can kiss my ass. I will let my fans re-upload it anyway. I think that's the real reason she was so insistent on allowing people to re-upload the song, because I think she knew she was never gonna be able to monetize this video. So she didn't care if it was on her channel or not. She knew. She had to have known.